Hello and welcome to News Tonight on Rajya Sabha TV. I'm Tina Jha. Let's begin with the day's headlines. Working to promote farmers' interests is top priority for the government, asserts Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Krishi Karman Award ceremony in Tumkur, Karnataka. The Prime Minister says efforts are on to create an export-centric farming system. The third installment of the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Yojana for December to March also released. Pakistan has always persecuted religious minorities. It is our responsibility to help them out, says Prime Minister Modi. At the Siddha Ganga Mutt in Tumkur, the Prime Minister says instead of the Citizenship Amendment Law, protests should be against Pakistani atrocities against the religious minorities. India begins global outreach on the Citizenship Amendment Act. Says law will not change basic structure of the Constitution. Foreign Ministry also expresses hope that the border dispute with Nepal over the Kala Pani issue will be resolved through talks. NDRF Academy to be ready in 18 months in Nagpur. Union Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurates new building of the National Fire Service College. Laymen's lack of adequate attention to disaster management and fire services since independence. And Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu compliments Rajya Sabha TV on channel's YouTube subscribers crossing 4 million mark. Rajya Sabha Secretary General Desh Deepak Verma meets RSTV officials and professionals, congratulates them on the achievement. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is on a two-day visit to Karnataka, presented the Krishi Karman Awards to farmers from 21 states at a function in Tumkur on Thursday. Prime Minister Modi also released 12,000 crore rupees to be paid as the third installment of the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi to 6 crore farmers on the occasion. Addressing the event, the Prime Minister said his government has always given priority to the welfare of farmers.
दशकों से लटकी सैकड़ों सिंचाई परियोजनाएं हो, फसल बीमा से जुड़े नियमों में बदलाव हो, सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड हो या फिर यूरिया की 100% नीम कोटिंग, हमने हमेशा किसानों के हितों को प्राथमिकता दी। कई वर्षों से किसान मांग कर रहे थे कि एमएसपी लागत का 1.5 गुना तक बढ़ाई जाए। ये ऐतिहासिक फैसला भी हमारी ही सरकार ने लिया। आपकी चिंताओं, आपकी जरूरतों को समझा, हमारी सरकार ने उसको समझ करके योजनाओं को लागू करने का प्रयास किया। हमने कृषि को टुकड़ों टुकड़ों में नहीं, पूरी समग्रता से देखा।
The Prime Minister also said political considerations by the state governments in implementing various farmer schemes have caused severe loss to the poor farmers. He also listed various initiatives taken by his government to improve the agricultural sector, like completing pending irrigation schemes, soil health cards, and 100% neem coating in urea. Fishermen from Tamil Nadu and Karnataka were also given deep-sea fishing boats and transponders to help them navigate in deep seas.
आपकी वर्तमान जरूरतों का समाधान करने के साथ ही हमारा ध्यान भविष्य की आवश्यकताओं पर भी है। किसानों को अनाज भंडारण, फल फूल और सब्जियों के भंडारण की दिक्कत न हो, इसके लिए देश भर में कोल्ड स्टोरेज की क्षमता बढ़ाई जा रही है। किसान अपनी फसल देश के किसी भी हिस्से की इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मंडी में बेच सके, इसके लिए ई नाम नेटवर्क का विस्तार किया जा रहा है। मछली पालकों को किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड की सुविधा से जोड़ा जा चुका है। मछली पालकों की सहूलियत के लिए बड़ी नदियों और समंदर में नए फिशिंग हार्बर बनाए जा रहे हैं। आधुनिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के लिए 7,500 करोड़ रुपए का विशेष फंड भी बनाया गया है।
And while in Tumkur, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also visited the Siddha Ganga Mutt on Thursday during his visit to Karnataka. The Prime Minister paid respects at the final resting place of Shiv Kumar Swamiji at the Mutt. The Prime Minister said he was feeling blessed to begin the year 2020 from the sacred land of Siddha Ganga. He also said the government has been working for the welfare of people since 2014.
आज देश को खुले में शौच से मुक्ति का संकल्प सिद्ध हो रहा है। देश की गरीब बहनों को धुएं से मुक्ति का संकल्प सिद्ध हो रहा है। देश के हर किसान परिवार को सीधी मदद, खेत मजदूरों, श्रमिकों, छोटे व्यापारियों को सामाजिक सुरक्षा का पेंशन जैसी व्यवस्था से जोड़ने का संकल्प सिद्ध हो रहा है।
Hitting back at the Congress party and its allies over their protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act, Prime Minister Modi said, in effect, they are opposing the parliament. He also urged the agitators to instead raise their voice against the atrocities on the minorities in Pakistan.
कांग्रेस और उसके सारे साथी पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ नहीं बोलते हैं। जिस पाकिस्तान ने वहां की माइनॉरिटी के खिलाफ, वहां के हिंदू, सिख, ईसाई के ऊपर जो जुल्म किया, उनके खिलाफ इन लोगों को बोलने की न फुर्सत है, क्या कारण है।
The Prime Minister on Thursday also called on scientists and innovators to widen their horizons, even as he assured them that the government was totally behind them. Addressing a DRDO event in Bengaluru, the Prime Minister said, along with air and sea, cyber science and space will define the world's strategic dynamics. In the days to come, the Prime Minister said intelligent machines will play a key role in the defense sector, underscoring the importance of protecting India's citizens, borders as well as interests. The Prime Minister added that it is important to invest in future techniques and innovation. The Prime Minister also dedicated to the nation the young scientist laboratories formed by the Defence Research and Development Organization to do focused research in advanced technologies.
एक साइंटिस्ट पूरी अपनी जिंदगी तबाह कर देता है जी, तब देश को कुछ मिलता है। तो फिर खजाना क्या चीज होती है? आप तो अपनी जिंदगी लगा रहे हो, तो सरकार को खजाना लगाने में क्या जाता है? और मुझे संतोष है कि एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजीज के क्षेत्र में 5 लैब स्थापित करने के सुझाव पर गंभीरता से काम हुआ और आज बेंगलुरु, कोलकाता, चेन्नई, हैदराबाद और मुंबई में 5 ऐसे संस्थान शुरू हो रहे हैं। और मुझे विश्वास है कि ये यंग साइंटिस्ट लैब्स युवा वैज्ञानिकों के विचार और व्यवहार को नई उड़ान देगी।
Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Thursday inaugurated a new campus of the National Fire Service College in Nagpur. He also laid the foundation stone of the National Disaster Response Force Academy. Calling it a proud moment, the Home Minister said efficient fire services and disaster management are crucial for achieving the target of $5 trillion economy. He further said that in the past, fire services and disaster management have been neglected.
NDRF 2016 में देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने इसको विशेष गति देने का काम किया। और 2016 से 2020 के 4 साल के ही कम अवधि के अंदर आज हमारा एनडीआरएफ विश्व की सभी डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट की संस्थाओं में अग्रणी बनकर गौरव के साथ खड़ा है, सिर्फ 4 साल की अवधि के। और बहुत शिद्दत के साथ प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इसको धीरे धीरे डेवलप कर और आज श्री प्रधान यहां बैठे हैं, उन्होंने भी बड़े तरीके से मन से इस बात को न केवल स्टेट्स तक, जिले तक और तहसील तक पहुंचाने का काम किया। स्टेट के डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट के सारे फोर्स बन गए और अब जिलों के भी सारी इकाइयां लगभग 90% से ज्यादा जिलों ने अपनी आपदा प्रबंधन योजनाओं को समाप्त कर दिया।
The Union government has reached out to countries across the world to share its perspective on the Citizenship Amendment Act and also the National Register of Citizens. Addressing a press conference in Delhi on Thursday, MEA spokesperson Ravish Kumar said, the ministry has asked its missions and posts to share India's perspective both on CAA and NRC to the host governments. He added that the law is to grant citizenship to those people who have migrated to India after facing persecution, in fact, religious persecution in other countries. He also asserted that the amendment in the citizenship law does not in any way alter the basic structure of the Indian Constitution.
We did reach out to countries across all geographical regions. We did write to our missions and posts. We did tell them that to share our perspectives on CA and NRC to the host government. Now, there are 3-4 points which we asked the missions to share. The first is that this is an internal process. This is a matter internal to India. Number one. Number two, we also asked them to convey to them that the Act just provides expedited consideration for Indian citizenship to persecuted minorities already in India from Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Bangladesh. Number three, we also conveyed to them that it does not affect the existing avenues which are available to other communities from seeking citizenship or those who are interested in seeking citizenship. And number four, it also does not seek to strip anybody from any Indian citizen of any faith. And more importantly, I think something which has been going on in the foreign press, that it does not in any way alter the basic structure of the Constitution.
Meanwhile, on the Kala-Pani border issue, Ravish Kumar said the Indian map accurately depicts the territory of India and the new map has not revised India's boundary with Nepal. On other outstanding boundary issues with Nepal, the MEA spokesperson said that it is being resolved through dialogue.
As far as the boundary question is concerned, we have made our position very clear. I can only reiterate that our map accurately depicts the sovereign territory of India. The new map has in no manner revised our boundary with Nepal. The boundary delineation exercise with Nepal is ongoing under the existing mechanism. We reiterate our commitment to resolve outstanding boundary issues through dialogue in the spirit of our close and friendly bilateral relations between the two countries.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the 107th Indian Science Congress at the University of Agricultural Sciences in Bengaluru on Friday. The annual convention will be held from 3rd to the 7th of January. This year's theme is Science and Technology, Rural Development. The Science Congress will see 26 plenary sessions held concurrently. Over 1,500 papers will be presented across 14 fields of science and technology. 2 Nobel laureates, Stephen W. Hell from Max Planck Institute in Germany and A. Yonath, a structural biology expert from Weizmann Institute of Science in Israel, will deliver public lectures. The convention will see the participation of over 15,000 delegates, including 8,000 students from across the country and also 74 scientists from abroad. Besides, there will also be a Women's Science Congress, Children's Science Congress, Science Communicators Meet, and also a science exhibition, Pride of India.
Mainly farmers, rural-based country. There is a huge divide between the urban and rural India, and science and technology, can play a big role in bridging this gap sooner. That is the reason why we have chosen this theme: science and technology, rural development, and two Nobel laureates, one from Germany, Professor Hell, and another Nobel laureate from Israel, Ada Yuval, both of them from the biochemistry and medicinal sciences. And about 200 distinguished scientists agreed to participate in the 107th Indian Science Congress. As you all know, there are 14 sections in the Science Congress always.
The 353rd birth anniversary of the 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, was celebrated on Thursday. The President, the Vice President and the Prime Minister greeted countrymen on the occasion. In a Twitter message, President Nath Kovind said, and I quote, "Guru Gobind Singh Ji devoted his entire life to serving the people and upholding the values of truth, justice and compassion. His life and teachings continue to inspire us," unquote. The Vice President said, throughout his life, Guru Gobind Singh stood up against injustice. His teachings transcend time and will remain relevant for all times. In his Twitter message, the Vice President said, "May his teachings inspire us to be better human beings and guide the humanity to serve the needy, the poor and the downtrodden." Prime Minister Narendra Modi also greeted people on the occasion. In a Twitter message, the Prime Minister said, "We bow to the Venerable Guru Gobind Singh Ji on his Prakash Parv." The Prime Minister also posted a short video.
साथियों, आज गुरु गोविंद सिंह महाराज का प्रकाश पर्व देश मना रहा है। खालसा पंथ के सृजनहार, मानवता के पालनहार, भारतीय मूल्यों के लिए समर्पित गुरु गोविंद सिंह जी को मैं श्रद्धापूर्वक नमन करता हूँ। श्री गुरु गोविंद सिंह जी के व्यक्तित्व में अनेक विधाओं का संगम था। वो गुरु तो थे ही, भक्त भी श्रेष्ठ थे। वो जितने अच्छे योद्धा थे, उतने ही बेहतरीन कवि और साहित्यकार भी थे। अन्याय के विरुद्ध उनका जितना कड़ा रुख था, उतना ही शांति के लिए भी आग्रह था। मानवता की रक्षा के लिए, राष्ट्र की रक्षा के लिए, धर्म की रक्षा के लिए उनके सर्वोच्च बलिदान से देश और दुनिया परिचित है। वीरता के साथ उनकी जो धीरता थी, धैर्य था, वो अद्भुत था। वे संघर्ष करते थे, लेकिन त्याग की पराकाष्ठा अभूतपूर्व थी। वे समाज में बुराइयों के खिलाफ लड़ते थे। ऊंच नीच का भाव, जातिवाद का जहर, उसके खिलाफ भी गुरु गोविंद सिंह जी ने संघर्ष किया। यही सारे मूल्य नए भारत के निर्माण के मूल में है। मुझे विश्वास है कि हम सभी गुरु जी के बताए मार्ग से नए भारत के अपने संकल्प को और मजबूत करेंगे।
The start of the new year has seen Rajya Sabha TV create a new record. RSTV's subscribers on its YouTube page have crossed 4 million or 40 lakh. Vice President and Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu has complimented all the professionals of the channel for this achievement. Rajya Sabha Secretary General Desh Deepak Verma and Secretary Dr. PPK Ramacharlu also came to the Rajya Sabha TV newsroom and congratulated the staff members. One of the fastest growing channels in the country, Rajya Sabha TV's subscribers on YouTube have crossed 4 million. In the last 5.5 months alone, the channel has added 1 million subscribers on its YouTube page. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has extended best wishes to the channel for crossing the 4 million subscriber mark. Complimenting Rajya Sabha TV professionals, the Vice President said in a Twitter message that the popularity of the channel speaks for its fast-growing appeal as an informative and educative platform. It also indicates viewers' hunger for right content and somber presentation. In the last 29 months, the number of subscribers of Rajya Sabha TV has increased by 888%. On a daily basis, it is adding more than 6,000 subscribers. Paying a visit to the channel, Desh Deepak Verma, the Secretary General of Rajya Sabha, congratulated the officers and journalists for their achievement.
I think it's a very glorious day, not that the new year has dawned, but also a new era in the history of the Rajya Sabha TV. And we have touched the 4 million mark on 1st of January. And this journey has been phenomenal because in August 17, I think it was only 3.5 millions. And from there, coming to 3.5 lakhs, and from there coming to this figure is a many-fold jump. So for which I congratulate the Rajya Sabha CEO, the Editor-in-Chief and the entire team for this good work that they have done. And I hope that in the coming times, the Rajya Sabha TV will continue to grow as ever.
Rajya Sabha Secretary Dr. P.P.K. Ramacharlu also complimented everyone on the occasion.
Yeah, it's really a great achievement for Rajya Sabha TV. It involves the effort of all the staff and officers of Rajya Sabha TV, and I wish you all best of luck.
Rajya Sabha TV is fast becoming the first choice of viewers for its discussions on various topics related to Parliament and general public importance. Research programs on various subjects are also very well appreciated. Further, live news bulletins that deliver fair and balanced news have made Rajya Sabha TV stand out in comparison to other channels. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. And we are hopeful that you will continue to help us grow further. Moving on, senior NCP leader DP Tripathi passed away on Thursday after a prolonged period of illness. Tripathi, the General Secretary of the Nationalist Congress Party and a former students' union leader, was battling cancer. Soon after the news of his demise, NCP MP Supriya Sule said she was saddened to hear about his passing away and offered her condolences to Tripathi's family. A senior leader of the NCP, Tripathi had begun his political career at an early age and was associated with the Indian National Congress for several long years. He later left the Congress party to join the NCP, where he was a trusted confidant of party supremo Sharad Pawar. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu expressed his deep anguish at Tripathi's demise. He said DP Tripathi was a nationalist and made immense contribution to strengthening the parliamentary system. The centre will send a high-level team comprising experts from AIIMS Jodhpur and health economists to a government hospital in Rajasthan's Kota, where 100 infants died in the month of December. The team will assess the infrastructural gaps and measures to be taken to prevent further deaths. The health economists will look into the gaps in the infrastructure of the JK Lone Hospital to ascertain how much funds will be required to strengthen it. The team of experts will also carry out a gap analysis along with state government officials in terms of clinical protocols, service delivery, manpower availability, and equipment for maternal, newborn, and pediatric care services at the hospital. A firefighter was killed and 18 others injured after a battery factory collapsed in Delhi's Piragadhi area on Thursday. The fire department said an explosion that followed the fire had caused the collapse. 18 people were rescued from the building, including 2 caretakers and a security guard. The injured were admitted to a nearby hospital. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal expressed grief over the death of the firefighter. The case has been transferred to the crime branch. And news now about environment and climate change. Australia on Thursday declared a state of emergency in the bushfire zones of New South Wales and Victoria. Due to the intensified heat wave, authorities have urged people to evacuate the impacted areas. On New Year's Eve, catastrophic blazes ripped through the country's southeast, killing at least 8 people and stranding holidaymakers. As on Thursday, New South Wales was struggling with 113 fires burning across the state, with over 4 million hectares already burned. At least 18 people are reported to have died in one of Australia's most devastating bushfire seasons yet, and there are growing fears that the toll could rise further. As the blaze intensified, Prime Minister Scott Morrison on Thursday said Australia's existing emissions reduction policies will do enough to protect the environment and also seek to reduce bushfire risks. And that's it from us in this bulletin. Thank you for your time.
Watch the big